All right, all right, all right. We're back in business. Back in business. All right, let's slow down. First, we want to cut up a piece of pumpkin. Pumpkin. Whoa. This knife is too big for me right now. All right, we don't want a big knife like this initially. So, let's clear that off. Let's get another knife. Let's see what other knife we have available for the party. All right, guys. So another knife. Yep, this works. And today we're making veggie soup. Veggie soup. And I don't see my scraper. See what happens when you have people using your stuff. They take your things up and now you don't know where it is, and that sucks. Vamp, what's going on? I'm making 2 meals today at one time. It's super cold over here, so we're doing some veggie soup. Ruben, what's up? Pop, pop. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. All right. So all we're doing now is just cutting up these pumpkin pieces, because you know I use a lot of pumpkin in my soups. And this is a veggie soup. I don't have too many knife skills. I just know how to cut things up. And all I know with your knives, guys, make sure they're super sharp. That's the most important thing, man. I'll tell you that right now. You don't want to be working with knives that are not that sharp. All right. So all we're doing at this point, we just get this pumpkin cut up, get the soup started. And somebody stole my scraper. And that is a mega problem for me, because we need a scraper at all times. So this is just pumpkin we're getting cut up here. All right. See it here? Get some pumpkin. And what I do with this, all we're doing, we're creating like a base for the soup, right? So we want it to have a nice pumpkin base. And that's why we cut up pumpkin first. Get it in there. And this is a Jamaican style soup if you're curious about it, right? So, basic cut up. You just want these to cut thin, because really we want this to cook out into the soup. That's the point of all of this. And this soup takes us about, I don't know, maybe an hour. Okay? So that's pumpkin. I'm going to show you all the little tricks of the trade that I like to do. Now, everybody makes their soup a little bit different, you know, so, you know. Yeah, dull knives, let me tell you, dull knives are definitely dangerous. I don't care what anybody says. It's, you know, for me to get my knife sharpened, it cost me about $10. It's worth every penny. All right, for $10. Now, you will cut your fingers off with a sharp knife. I can tell you that. Just keep that in mind. So also in my soup, I like to have celery in there, all right? Jamaican soup, you don't necessarily need celery in there. I just like it, especially when we're doing like a veggie soup. So today we're making that veggie soup. And along with a veggie soup, I'm also making some curry chicken. You understand? Because somebody doesn't feel like they want soup. You understand? We say Lizzie and Mom always, yeah. Puerto Ricans got some really good soup, man. You guys have good food. Let me tell you, most of the island's food, what I've learned in my cooking journeys, we all cook similar stuff. We just have different ingredients, pretty much. Right? What's up, Big Mike? What a guan? So next now, I take some onion, okay? So onion, same thing. You know, I'll save this for later. We just want to fine dice on the onion. See it there? Look, this is not Food Network. You understand? Welcome anytime. All chefs always welcome. Listen, this ain't Food Network. Let me just clear this up so we don't have nobody to do this for us. Because a lot of you guys really be thinking those chefs be out there cutting up their stuff and doing all that stuff. All that stuff is already done for most of those shows, man. Okay, they're already done. And now garlic. Garlic, it doesn't matter. You can have them in just regular slices. And what else do I have in this thing here? Look, I'm just using everything I have in here. We have a piece of carrot. You know, I'm going to use these carrots later on to make the dumplings. If you guys were on, when was it? Yesterday or the day before? When we made the carrot and pumpkin dumplings. We're going to be doing the same exact thing. Respect for that. What I think about human life, we all got to eat. Okay? That's what I think about human life. And food brings people together, regardless of where you're from. So that's what I think. Learn to cook. You make the world a better place. Right? So we got some carrots going in here, guys. Do me a favor and just hit the little like button for me, please, if you don't mind, so that YouTube will send the live out to people. And if it's your first time and you haven't subscribed, just hit the subscription button too. Yeah, food is a universal language for sure, man. I'm telling everybody that. You know, you want to break the ice, give people some good food. Whoa, this is, see this knife? Look at, this needs sharpening for sure. There's no way it wouldn't go through a simple pepper like that. So when I'm done with this, I'm going down to the store and say I need my knives sharpened. Here goes $10 a pop. I have 10 knives for you to sharpen. That is going to cost me $100. Omni, wagwan. We're making a veggie soup. And while this is cooking, I'm going to be making some curry chicken. Because I have some white rice left over from yesterday. And I don't want to waste it. So I said, what's the best thing we can eat with curry chicken? You know, with white rice, eat some curry chicken. What you say? Everybody has different. Yeah, everybody's different. That's what makes us beautiful. We're not the same. You understand? So this now is a veggie soup. So all I'm going to do, get this on. And then we start with our base here, guys. Okay? What's Stacy? Toronto. Boom, bop, bada, bang. I haven't been to Toronto in a minute. Years. Years, guys. So let me show you. So I know you guys think Florida don't get cold, right? Look at this. This is my coconut oil. See? It's when it gets to a certain temperature, it gets like this. Everybody that use coconut oil, you know that. And we're in Florida. See? Look at that. What is going on here? Uh-oh. So what are we going to do if we can't use that one? Let me look and see if I have any more over here, guys. Hold on. Whoa. That was a cold pressed. So this one, what is this? This is organic refined. Okay? This is organic refined coconut oil for high heat. See? All right. Stacy, I appreciate it. I appreciate the subscription every day, all day. Thank you. Don't forget to put on the notification. Baltimore, I ain't been to Baltimore in a minute. That shit, man. Let me tell you. Now that's a place I rotted. Guys, same thing. All right. We have a solution for everything. We need a spoon. So, all I'm doing, even though this is for soup, we use a little bit of coconut oil, not much. Right? And I'm gonna saute these veggies. Let me get this out the way. Cover up this coconut oil. Wow, it's cold here, man. What's the weather like? If you don't like the taste of coconut, you don't have to use it. You know, that's the good thing about these type. So I know you guys might be new here, but when I'm showing you a recipe, I'm just showing you a basic way to make it, right? It's not, you don't have to stick to it like, this is the way Chef Balo said do it. I gotta do it this way. No, it's not how it works. The way it works is you just make it, you understand the basics of what it is and then add your little way. So if you don't like coconut or the flavor, you don't have to use it. It's still gonna come out dope. It just so happens I like it and the people that we're making it for love it, you know. But I'm gonna be eating curry chicken. I'm not eating no veggie soup. I need some substance today. So I'm gonna try to get some muscles. You understand? Yeah. Yeah, well, the coconut oil, you're not gonna really taste it, okay, Tia? It's gonna give you a hint. We don't use that much. We just use it to saute this, but we're gonna add real coconut milk that I grated from the coconut to it, so, you know. Yeah, well, guess what? For us here in Florida, I think we went down to, I want to tell you, maybe 62, 63, so it's freezing cold right now, okay? It's warmed up to about 70 something now. That's the only reason why I don't have on my hoodie. I had on the hoodie all day, right? All day. All right, so we'll just get this in. That whole base that we just chopped up. Get a stir on it in the coconut oil. And then I'm gonna show you another thing. Thanks, Big Mike. I appreciate it, you know. 64 in Durham. So yeah, we're freezing together then. Listen. Normally, days like this, we're at the beach. So if you don't understand what's the big deal here, we're normally on the beach in the water. None of that right now. So now this is just pumpkin seasoning, guys. Okay. And I'm just gonna add a few tablespoons, maybe about 1 tablespoon or so. For now, we're gonna add a lot more seasoning later on. Yeah, 36, no man, 36 mean flight out. That's what that means. Gotta go. Right? Not hanging around no 36 degrees. No way. Yo, last night we did a bonfire. Let me explain to you how crazy it was. We had a bonfire going last night, right? Right there in the backyard, all the neighbors them come over and huddle around the fire. About 60 degrees. See it? All right, guys. Let's get some water in here. So all we want to do with this now, this is like 28 ounces. How much water? 20 ounces of water. Okay? So once we get that in, we're just going to go ahead and let that boil up. Okay? And then keep seasoning. While that's boiling up, we're going to cut up our other veggies. We got to move quick, man. We got to move fast. A matter of fact, I got to go get that curry chicken because I might need to put on the curry chicken, so I'm doing everything one time. You understand? Remember, you guys follow me on these videos, you know I'm always behind time. You understand? Never ever on time with this. So, let me find a lid for that. Let's get a lid. Get the lid on because we want this to start boiling, right? And then we get our pot for the curry chicken. Now, you got to keep, if it snows in Florida, that's going to be north. We're south. We're in Miami. So, you know, the only snow we have like a little, what do you call it, ice skating ring and stuff like that, little snow machines that they make it snow, but I don't see us getting no snow. If we get snow the way we are, the world is over. It's done. It's finished. Finished. Right? All right. We have curry chicken seasoned already, guys, because guess what? Seasoned already. Curry chicken. This is in my cookbook, the recipe for this, okay? The recipe for the soup is in the cookbook. Where's the cookbook? In my bio, okay? It's $20, $19, man. That's all. If you guys want to support this whole thing. Or you can do a super chat or send me a gift. I don't care, either one. It's all good. So here go the curry chicken. We're going to just get this ready and going right away too. You understand? All right. So look how I'm going to do this. Remember that coconut oil? We have to use it again. Why? I like curry chicken with a hint of coconut, not much. And we're doing a country curry chicken. What is a country curry chicken, Chef Balo? We use carrot, corn, piece of pumpkin, and some dumpling. That is a country curry chicken. Got it? Right? So guys, when you do your curry where you're from, do you burn your curry? Yes or no? Put in the comments, let me know. Do you burn your curry? Need to know. Come on, guys. Let me know. Because where we're from, where it said there, you don't burn the curry? Okay. A lot of my family members, if you don't burn that curry, they'll have a heart attack. They'll say you don't know how to cook, all this stuff, right? So I used to do it all the time and think, oh, we have to. But what I realized later on cooking and being all over the place and watching everybody else cook and understand where these things come from, you don't need to burn curry. What you actually do, you toast it. And why you used to toast it is we used to make curry from scratch. And you want to release all of the oils and the flavor. And that's why you toast it to release this thing. You don't burn it where it gets burnt. You understand? Yeah, we toast it. It's a toast. It gets a nice little thing too. Once it just starts to heat up just right, that's when it's ready. Because if you burn it, it gets bitter. So when you eat your food and it's bitter, it's two things you did wrong. One, you probably have too much curry powder on there. And two, you burn it too much, right? But you don't need to do it. I know it's a controversial thing, but it's the reality. You don't need to do it. So make we turn on this stove here now. I'm gonna take some of the same coconut oil. I made a little hole in there so the bottom can come out. All right, don't want too much. Let's get that going. And then now we have to get some curry powder. So we're doing 2 meals for the price of 1. Soup, right? And curry chicken. Can't go wrong. All right, now, let me go get some curry powder. Where the curry powder there? See the curry powder, yes, so, can you see that? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? All right. So this is quite hot enough. When it warms up just a little bit, then we'll add the curry powder. In the meantime, you've got to keep moving, right? So what we know we're going to put in here. We're going to put in some, I don't know what this is. Anybody? Anybody know what that is? We call it chocho, but what's the other name for it? What is this? Anybody? This goes in the soup. So this I like to put in the soup early. You understand? Get this in there early, guys. And just peel off this little skin. Now, you don't have to peel off the skin off of this. I can tell you that right now. The skin can stay on, right? You do not have to peel the skin off. Again, it depends who taught you to cook, the way you're cooking from, you know. which parish or whatever, you know. People in the Bronx might cook it different than the people in Brooklyn. You know, just like people in Fort Lauderdale cook different than Miami. That's just how it works. All right, so we're gonna get this off. This is going for the soup, guys. It's not going in the curry chicken. Right now, I'm multitasking, okay? So you can also multitask too. Zine? Chayote. Yes, chayote. Right, we call it chocho. And all I do with this, when I'm making veggie soup, I just slice them. I just like them to be in just little slices, cook quickly, you know. But these, they're hardy, right? So you can cook this for a long time. So this can be one of the first things you put into the pot, right? Whereas the pumpkin, I put some in the pot in a little bit. I'm going to add more water and put more in the pot so it can continue cook out. And then later we add the last part when you want to eat it. But the pumpkin cooks out fast. You know what I mean? I mean, this thing not moving for some reason. So weird. All right? So let us just slice these up. All right, look there. This is our chayote or chocho, whatever you want to call it. All right? Now let me take a look at the pot. Get a spoon and see what's going on. Metal spoon in this type of pot is the wrong kind of spoon. You can't smash the bottom. You got to be smart, okay? All right, so let me show you. It's cooking, but it hasn't cooked out, right? So we're going to let that just go a little bit longer. And then I like to do this in stages, guys. You don't have to. You know, everybody makes this different. That's the funny thing about cooking. Everybody cook different. So you don't have to do it in stages, but I like to do it in stages. So like that now, where's our salt? We're going to add a little bit of salt, just a little bit of seasoning. Not much, because we're going to load this up with seasoning in about, 15, 20 minutes. Right? Yeah, this is a Jamaican style veggie soup, okay? All right, so now the pot is heating up over here. I'm going to add the curry powder just so it can toast. I do not want it to burn. We want this to toast. So we add some curry powder. Not much. And the reason why I'm not adding too much, guys, is because I already have curry in here on the chicken. You see it? So, you understand? You do it your way, I do it my way. Now we need another spoon for that. Where the spoon them there? All right. Get this stirred around. Now we have coconut oil here and curry powder. That's it. Over here we have pumpkin, celery, sweet pepper. What else in there? Whole heap of stuff. I don't know. Just things, right? We'll go back to the video and see what we had in there originally. Yo, you should smell this, man. There's one thing I can tell you. When you're cooking Jamaican food, your house are going to smell. Everybody going to start coming. Hey, what you doing? What you doing? Trinidad, respect, bam, bam, bidam, bang. Look, I have some of your oregano. I don't know when to call this, but you know, say you guys grow that in Trinidad. Right? All right, guys. This still needs to go just a little bit longer over there. Let me put this curry spoon over there because you don't want to curry up yourself, you know. One thing you know, curry stains take forever to get out, and that is a problem. All right, we can move on. Let me need a plate for this. We'll move slow today. We're moving slow. We're going to get this here. Now, I'm going to cut a piece more pumpkin for now, right? And this pumpkin is just to break out and mash out into the soup. Then later on, I'm going to cut some bigger pieces to eat at the end. Another thing you can put in there is corn. This can go in there early too, right? These are the stuff that goes in early. So let's cut the corn. All right. Get this little thing off here. So corn can go in there early. Pumpkin Can't go in there early too. Let's not create a... We need space, guys, space. We're creating a mess over here. We cannot work in this such filth and squalor. All right? Just to get the seeds out of this. Oh, where my scraper is. And these, I'm just cutting them in slices because I remember, I just want this to mash out in there. And this piece, actually, I'll save this for the dumplings, okay? So I could just put this to the side over there. All right, guys, pumpkin, chocho, corn, clean up, all right? All of that there right now. You know, another thing that can go in there, we want some of this onion that we have. I just have a bunch of different veggies when I throw in there, you understand? They say kitchen at your domain, that's it. It's got to be everybody's domain soon, now as expensive as everything is, right? Onion, let's get onion in there, guys. So we have onion, pumpkin, corn, chocho. Whoa, I smell the curry. You see how me I talk, I nearly burn up the curry over here, sir. Just after I was telling you guys, don't burn the curry. So look, guys, let's get this chicken in there. Let me get my, and all I want is it just to kind of toast up. This is not curry goat, right? So we're not gonna brown the chicken crazy. It's curry chicken. So what I want to do now is take this bowl and I need some water. Let's put some water in there. Not a lot of water, guys. Okay? And then we're going to use it in the curry. Where is my... One thing with these pot handles, these are old school pots, you know. The handle them get super hot. You understand? So remember now, this curry chicken it's a country curry chicken we're making here. So now we're gonna add the water. We rinse out this pan, right? And we don't have tons of water for now. We're gonna let that steam up. We're gonna add a lot more water to that, guys, all right? We say your dumplings turn out tough. Well, if you hang around a little bit, we're gonna make some dumpling. I'll show you what I do. And you'll never have no tough dumpling again. All right. Now we're gonna put these in now, right? For the soup. Water. There's tons of water. We need some water. I don't think I have enough water. I'm gonna have to use filtered water. Yep. All right, guys, so we're just getting this in here now. And I do need more water, okay? So I gotta get filtered water because the bottled water is all the way in the garage. And guess who's not going to the garage? I can use this water from the fridge here. Okay. And then now, while that boiling up, I'm gonna get some yellow yam in there, okay? So, yellow yam is an important ingredient for soup. So here we go. Let's get this water in there. All right. We're still gonna need a little more water than that, but I'm gonna get the cover on. Now, when I'm working with yellow yam, guys, I have to have gloves because for me, it itches, irritates my skin. I don't know about you guys, how yellow yam works with you, but for me, it is imperative that I use gloves. All right? Because for some reason, once I wash my hands and do all of this foolishness, it just seemed like it spread So turn up that's turned up. So yellow yam is another thing that's hardy, right? When I mean by hardy, I mean that it can go in there early, right? So a lot of the other stuff, like I said, the okra we're gonna put in there. What else we have to throw in there? The potato. We have a whole heap of little things. Whoa. I got a lot of good stuff to go in there. You understand? So let me just cut this yellow yam and see. It looks pretty good to me, crowd of people. It doesn't look bad at all. So you give it a nice size cut. And also the yellow yam is going to be going into the curry chicken. So the curry chicken is going to have yellow yam, potato, corn, everything in there. You understand? And that goes into the chicken pretty early. All right, and then I just cut these in half, no specific way, just get them in there. One thing with this soup, you know, when you make Jamaican soup, it's coming like a full meal. You understand? And that's why it's like you're eating a full meal. So we're gonna put maybe a couple more pieces of yam in there. You can never have too much yam. All right? It's an impossibility. All right, a couple more pieces of yam. Boy, I just chop off a big unnecessary chunk. Dang, a woolly pie chop off. That's a yam expensive, you know. So you know, we always do a price breakdown of what the food costs and the soup costs. This piece of yam that I have, $10. This yam cost me $10. All right? So this is not exactly a cost-effective meal. You think you're doing veggie soup, it's supposed to be super cost-effective, right? No. So how much yam did I put in there? Maybe a piece more? Piece more? I have to use today, you know. You can't save it. There's no saving it. That piece that up there, I'm going to use that for the curry chicken. But let's put a piece more in there. Okay? All right. So we got the yam. Let's get all of this crap out of the way. What else we need in there? If I put the Irish potato in there right now, it's going to mash out in the soup, right? So it depends how thick you want your soup. So let's get some carrots in there. Why are we putting carrots in there? Because it's a veggie soup. Everything has to go in there. You see me? So let's just get these carrots peeled up. I'm not putting a lot of carrots in there because they're not really fans of carrots, but and they don't like corn. But I know that carrot and corn, unfortunately, has to be in there because I'm cooking it and it's my recipe. You understand? Yes, we got to start growing our own stuff. I actually have a book called Recession Garden that teach you how to grow your own stuff. Like if you live in the city, small spaces and stuff like that. We have a garden. I have, tons of herbs, most of my herbs, Scotch bonnets, all that good stuff. And then what I do with the Scotch bonnets, when I get a good thing, guys, you just freeze it. That's it. I showed you guys in previous videos that when you buy your herbs and stuff from the grocery store, all you got to do is do like what I did with this here and just put it in water. And then I don't know if you can see it, but it gets roots, okay? Once it gets the roots like this, you just plant it in the ground and you just rinse and repeat. Just keep doing it over and over and over. My scallion, they're outside, everything. I just know that there's a cycle, so they take a certain amount of time to grow. So you just keep growing in stages. And then that way you always have stuff to eat. And then, all right, that's coming along good. Turn it down, look. And then you'll understand stuff like carrots, potato, all these stuff. You can grow that year round, right? All right, let's get this in here. So, what you guys, and we need to get the onion in there, didn't tell me or remind me to do is season the soup. See, one thing when you do these videos and you're there chat, running, beating off your gums, you can't miss steps, you know. And can you imagine I'm making the soup, everything cooked down and it have no flavor? What a disaster that would have been. Eh? About you cooking soup and you don't have no flavor. All right, get the onions in there. All right, onion in there. We have some more garlic here, sir. Just slice them up. And get the garlic in there. And then now, let me have here, sir, guys. Some thyme, good old thyme. I just want a few sprigs, not much. Few sprigs in there. And then we're gonna add scallion and everything. Hattie, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What I going, what I going, what I going? We're making veggie soup today, okay? And curry chicken, double trouble. As I said earlier, 2 for the price of 1. So you come on 1 live, you get 2 cooking, you understand? So guys, let's make some dumplings real quick, okay? Because even though the soup is not ready for it just yet, get the cover on so this can start boiling up. And then once this start boiling up, I'm gonna start seasoning, okay? So let's get I need a bowl. Ay. Somebody took all of my bowls. Oh, no. All right. I could use a square bowl. That's it. That's all we can do. See? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna peel this a little bit. Here goes my peeler, make life easier. And let me show you. Just don't wanna. All right, these are the dumplings we're gonna use to make. This is the way I make my dumplings. Where's Kevin? No. We're not forgetting the Scotch bonnet. Thank you for that, but definitely we're not forgetting the Scotch bonnet. Have to go into the the curry chicken and in the veggie soup. All I'm doing right now is just letting this come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to finish seasoning it with everything, okay? But right now, we need to make some dumpling. Although we're not really ready for the dumpling them just yet. We need it. All right. So we just throw some flour. Carrot. Okay. Grate some carrot in here. If you guys have been on the lives with me, you've seen me do this a couple times, right? So, all right. Let's see. And then, hold on, I'm making a mess of my surroundings, guys. We're just taking a piece of pumpkin here. So we have carrots in there already. And we need a piece of pumpkin. And just get the skin off, because you don't want to shred the skin in there. I don't think that will be a good idea. All right, use the same grater. And just get the pumpkin in there. See if I could just try and get these all at once, actually. Be easier. Ready? Come on, crowd of people. Whoop. So the pumpkin, I normally have them a little bit thicker because it's easier to grate. But I can't bother cut up no more. It's not that serious. All right. You say you have all your glasses. Okay. Yep. So this is just a style, a Chef Balo style that I'm doing here, guys. You don't need to do it like this, but you put pumpkin, carrot, right? And like what Kevin just said, we need some scotchy. So guys, purple, huh? Big 20, they are making Jamaican style veggie soup and curry chicken. Stacy, oh, thank you. Right, but right now I'm doing dumplings, okay? All right, do I use yellow peppers or the super hot Scotch bonnet chocolate? Which one? Talk up. Which one? Yellow or chocolate? The reason why I like to cook because I like to eat, okay? And more importantly, I don't want nobody to tell me when I can or can't eat. That is the number one reason why I learned to cook, okay? So I'm in control of when I want to eat. Chocolate, Josephina, talk about chocolate. You want to kill me? So, Yolanda, what's up? They're trying to burn my life away by telling me to use chocolate Scotch bonnet in my dumplings. All right. We're going to use chocolate. Why? Why do I do this? The other day, you guys had me eating a whole Scotch bonnet. Now you want me to use chocolate, hot pepper in the dumpling. Chocolate. This is super hot for those who don't know. And it doesn't matter if you remove seeds or not out of this, okay? It makes no difference. It's hot. So what we're going to do, guys, let me put these away. You see how small these are? They're just tiny. These come out the garden off the tree. These were really tiny, but I just stored them in the freezer. They still have a lot of flavor, you know? So, turn this down a little. So, Stacy, what I would tell you, if you don't eat pepper like this, don't do it. All right, guys, we're cutting up. Get this off of me. What the hell? Some chocolate Scotch bonnet. And never you handle these without gloves, okay? Don't do it. Well, you can, but if you do, just take a video, run the camera, so when you touch your eyes or whatever, I can bear witness to the pain you go through and laugh. Give me a joke. All right, guys, look. So we're putting in some chocolate or purple Scotch bonnet, whichever, depending on where you come from, what you're going to call it, right? Then now, after we do that, yep, you're right about that. The pain work its way through. Yes, big 20. PN pumpkin seasoning, okay? Some people use salt. We use pumpkin seasoning. And then we have coconut milk. But today, this is freshly made coconut milk. But if you have coconut milk out the can, it's fine. It's not going to hurt it. Now remember, when you're doing these kind of dumplings with coconut milk, and because you have the carrots and the pumpkin in there, you already have water retention. So you don't want to use as much water as you would if you are making regular dumplings. So, you know, when you make regular dumplings, you just use your flour and then you use regular, your water to make it. You probably need more water that way. This way, once you add that liquid to the mixture, all that water is going to come out of the pumpkin and the carrots because they retain water. So that's it. And then just take your time. That's it. Take your time. Take your time. Don't rush. We're not in no rush. So just take your time, young man. Mama used to say, right? Then you take a little bit more of coconut milk. Just a little, okay? Because one thing, we don't want to overdo it. We'd rather under, add more, okay? And that's it. Just bring it together. Take your time. We're in no rush. Take your time. Take your time. Okay? And guys, you know, you can always support me. Get one of my cookbooks for Thanksgiving. That would be helpful. All right? Look here. Taking the time. And here. All right, so Stacy, look. Let's use the other hand, get all of this flour off. So you see? Now, one thing with these dumplings, guys, that I tell everybody for me, I like them to be a little softer than normal, right? So, you know how some people make them big, tough dumpling? That's not my deal. See? I like my dumpling to be, when you take the fork, it's just tender. It's like butter, okay? And I could give you another secret, but it gotta become, I'll tell you that on a different live. And that's it, right? So see it there? I don't know if you can see. Scotch bonnet, pumpkin, carrot, right? And you just break them off into little circles. Now, when I'm doing dumpling for soup, right? Okay, the price of the cookbook is just 19 bucks. That's it. It's $19. I have a bunch of cookbooks there, but none of them are more than $19. You know, I have a jerk essentials. If you just want to learn about jerk chicken, that's just 12 bucks. Oh, no, the recession garden is $23. But they're all cost effective, okay? And the good thing about it, you get the cookbook. All you got to do is in my bio, because when I put the link in here, for some reason, YouTube won't let you click it. So in the description, even of this live, or even in my bio, the link is there. But I've been trying it in the lives, and everybody says they can't get to it for some reason. I don't know why. You know. All right, so look. See the dumpling? See it there? Da, 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 da. But let me show you how I like to do my dumplings for soup. So when I'm doing soup, I like to just take about this pinch right here. Cassava leaf recipe with chicken. That's not in the book, but you know, that's a dope idea. I haven't even done that. Look at, see that? But so that's how I like to put them in there. Little ball like this. Some people like to do what we call spinners, then go like this, compress. They like to do that, right? And some people like to do it like this. You just do it like that, pushing down, and twist and turn, get it in a roll, and then give it a thing. Let me show you. This is gonna be a small one, but they like them like that, okay? So you can put them in like this. I like them like this because a lot of people don't do it like this. So when, you know, you're eating a soup and you see this, you're like, what the hell is that? And then you're like, whoa, that's a dumpling, wow. This, I might put this in the curry chicken like this, you know? Because I'm putting dumpling in my curry chicken. And let me check for my curry chicken. Yo, the scent. Yes, Share Organics, thank you. The link is in the bio for the cookbook, guys. It's only 19 bucks, and it helps support me, you know, helps me keep doing this stuff here. And, you know, it's a good support. So far, what was the recipe for what? The dumplings, or what we're doing? The whole thing we're doing a veggie soup, and we're doing curry chicken, okay? As far as the dumplings that we're gonna use in the soup, this is carrot, pumpkin mix, and we mix it with coconut milk. That is the important thing, is not to use water, okay? And why do I use it with the coconut milk? Because it makes it so much softer, like butter, okay? That's why. Yo, Anthony, the aroma crazy. I tell you, hey, listen, wait till I put the Scotch bonnet in there. Yeah, coconut milk, Stacey. Don't tell nobody. Keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to, when you're cooking amongst other people, you gatekeep. I don't gatekeep. I give it to you. You guys can use it, right? But when you're cooking for other people, just gatekeep it. Hold it to yourself. So guess what? In this soup, these people don't like dumplings too much. So what I'm going to do, just roll up some, put in there, because now we're going to go down into the last part of this soup, and we have to move fast. No, we have to really season up the soup, you understand? The book, what do you mean? How can you get what? The book is digital. It's online. It's a digital book. You get it right away. As soon as you order it. You get it right away. All right, look. So all we're doing, we're making some roly-poly. Roly-poly, roly-poly. See it there? Soup will come along. Just drop. Just drop. Don't be afraid. Just drop. Just drop them. Right? Again, they don't like dumplings too much, so I'm not going to go too crazy for them. So Balo, what you going to do with the rest of the dumpling? Remember I told you the curry chicken we're making is country curry chicken. And my country curry chicken I'm about to show you. Okay? I put dumpling, potato, Irish. Welter Rose, yes, tell everybody if you like and subscribe, please. It's an important thing. And turn on the notifications if you don't do nothing else. All right? All right, so we got that's enough dumpling for that, because these people miserable, man. You put too much dumpling. I don't eat dumpling. I don't know why you have the dumpling in there. Evan, what a one? What's up? We're making veggie soup and curry chicken. All right, so now the curry chicken, I'm going to make some bigger dumpling. Send me the link, and how do I send you the funds? You just pay for it. Once the link comes, you just pay for it. Or if you want, you can do a super chat now and then link me and I'll send it to you. How about that? That's even easier. Do the super chat and then just hit me up, right? So I have your email and then I'll just send it to you. And if you do it that way, I'll actually send you another one with it. I'll send you a surprise. Because the link's in the bio, guys. You can just go ahead and click the link. But if it's too much, you can do it through super chat. Yo, I just put an extra dumpling in the veggie pot. Them I go begs. Them I go begs. Right? All right, guys, look here. So now we want this in the curry chicken. And let's see how this coming along. Boy. Doggone it. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. See that come along there? Right? So now, because we're going to add the dumplings and the corn and some Irish and a piece of yam in there, we have to put a little more water in there. Right? And then a little more seasoning. All right, so the dumpling them, just going to get them in there. And then let me get the water. Because we use up all of our bottled water already, guys. So what we have to do is use filtered water. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with tap water, you know, because you're boiling. So, but we're just in the habit of doing this. So, all right. So with the curry now, I need to get that water in there. Okay? I got to move quick. Get this out the way. Because I got to finish up this soup. So with the corn, all I'm going to do is cut them. I don't need it too thick. All right? And get the corn. So right now we have dumpling in there, corn, right? Instead of water, you could what? Chicken broth. Yeah, normally I make my own stocks, right? So I always have chicken broth, veggie broth. I don't have any right now, so this is why I'm doing this. And let me tell you something. I like when I don't have stuff, right? Because it just shows you how you can improvise. So sometimes even though I could go and get it, I don't do it because I want to show you that when you're cooking, you cook with what you have, right? So it's not all the time you're going to have the ingredients that you need. It don't work that way. And sometimes you can't get to the shop. So we got carrots, corn. I'm going to put what is? Oh, when the nearly make me forget the yam when me save, man. Shalette, wagwan. What's up? All right. So I got to put this piece of yam. Let me tell you something. Yam in curry, some of the sweetest food you can eat, guys. Let me just tell you that right now. So with the yam, I'll get off this piece. We'll cut them up into little nice little chunks. Okay. We'll just get this yam in there. Even though I'm putting the yam in there, I still want a piece of Irish. You understand? I still want it. Look at that. 4 dege. All right, guys. One thing I can tell you, you must learn something every time you come on one of my lives, man. I don't think there's a time that you guys ain't learned something. You know what I mean? I give away a lot for free. Because I think everybody needs to know how to cook. You know? I think it's an important skill set right now. So all this is some water with like a teaspoon of bleach. And I just use that to clean our board as we go along, right? You don't want a lot of bleach on your board not if you're gonna continue cooking, right? But later on you get it, man. Catty, wagwan. All right, we're rushing, we're ripping and running, but we ain't finished up with our soup. Because the soup needs a seasoning now. This is it. Okay, let me just get a little taste. Yep, you know what that tastes like? Water. Because guess what? We're chatting and chatting. And when I put oops, wrong cover. Let's cover up our curry. We're going to get back to seasoning that in a minute. But right now, this is pumpkin seasoning. Okay. Let's see if we have any all-purpose. Yesterday, I used up most of my all-purpose seasoning. So on my other lives, you know that we make our own seasonings here. You know, tomorrow we're making lamb chops. I'll show you how to make a seasoning then. Okay. This is an all-purpose seasoning. Let me just give it a little one taste. Hold on. Got to make sure it's the right one. Because the last thing I want to do is put the wrong seasoning in there. Right? And then let's get our spoon and stir it up. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more water to this because the people them love soup, you know. You understand? I mean, they love it. So we got that going. And then, what else we putting in there? Rotted wall. Wanna know what this is? Eh? It's gotta go in there. You know what it is? Anybody? What is that? The dumplings is impossible to be hard. That's why I showed you guys how to do this. Right? There's no way the dumplings can be hard. If you do it the way I just showed you, it's literally impossible. They're gonna be the softest dumplings you've ever had. They just melt. I've made them on the lives many times before, you know, and you know, I showed you how the fork just goes right through it. Once you make the dumpling like this, you won't go back. And then you can get creative. Like I use a lot of different stuff. You can use different kind of flours. You don't need to use all-purpose. You can use wheat flour, bulgur flour, all kind of, man, chickpea flour. So many different styles you can do with it. And then afterwards, you even get more creative and you just start adding all kinds of stuff to it, right? Hopefully this, yeah, it's good. It didn't look too great, but it's good. So all we're doing, we're just taking all of the root veggie them, zine, and just getting them in there. We have yellow yam, pumpkin. We're gonna put more pumpkin in there now, man. Soup, this soup and them fully loaded. Listen, Stacey, that's what I was saying. I wish that they had a thing that you could smell. Like, I can't wait till we get that level where you can actually smell what's going on, because trust me when I tell you, this is bananas. So, yeah, that's what I call that soup. That soup and them fully loaded, guys. So you see fully loaded there. Yam, corn, carrot, all of the goodness. Let me get a little small taste, because guess what happened? If we don't taste, we're not gonna know. Cool down. Still need more seasoning. Tastes good, but it need a little more. We need some pimento. Okay. They say they like bullets. Yeah, because they use the water. We use coconut milk. Okay, that's gonna help it out. If you use water, that's a problem. Water, you gotta know what you're doing, right? So over here we have some pimento seed. Let's get in there, and I didn't put none in the curry. We need some pimento in that too. Turn up the curry, because I need them things that to start cook out nice. All right, we need a little bit more water in here, guys. This is gonna be fast. We're in the end part of this soup. Right? This is the end part. All that's going to be left once this cooks up a little bit more and thicken up, those things start cook out. A little bit more water in there, because we're going to turn this up. We're going DEFCON 3 on that soup. Zin. So we need some Irish in there. Well, Ewas, what's going on? What's going on? Well, so if you're not sneezing, it's not seasoning. Yeah, smell-o-vision would be nice, I'm telling you, man. Anyhow, I had that, boy. Listen, look at here. All right, so we have some Yukon Gold potato. This is not Irish. This is Yukon Gold. If you know anything about me, these are the potatoes I love to use. And the reason why I like to use them is because they hold up a lot better. So they're going into the soup. Whoa. Look there, guys. That is why you wear an apron. Because if that would have been no apron, that would have been me. And all y'all would have been doing is laughing. Look at the chef burn up himself. Yo, me there watch one live and the chef light himself on fire. Right? All right. The curry chicken. I could get some seasoning in there. Remember, this is just all-purpose seasoning. You understand? All-purpose, all-purpose. And guys, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, please. Come on, man. Come on, give me a little love. Give me some love, let me feel so good. Let me feel all right. All right, curry. Come on, little curry. Come on, little curry. Now, guys, look at what I did. Because we add the water in there, you need to put back in some curry. You see me? He was at a dentist appointment today. Lord God have mercy. Yo, the dentist be the one place I hate. But once I get it done, I'm like, what was I afraid of? What, you know what I mean? But going there, no star. All right. I add a little more curry in there, guys. The reason why you got to add the more curry is because you added water, and the water going to take out the seasoning. Zin. So a little more salt. Not too much. And this soup actually needs some salt too. You guys have me a run off my mouth, beat off my gums, and not watching what I'm doing. See? All right. Soup on. Curry, a bubble. This curry gonna be dope, boy. Yo. Remember I said the white rice make already, you know, so is once the curry done, you know, it's straight to eat it, you know. 1, 2, 3, can't go wrong. So now, for the soup, the final touches that we have to get ready is we have mushroom. What else we have here? Okra, right? So these are shiitake mushroom, okay? These mushroom, if you want something to taste like meat, have a nice meaty flavor but not overbearing, you get this. Them not cheap, cost a whole heap of money. They're like $9 a pound. That's why I only say I have 5. Yo, this is the most expensive soup I ever made, man. Veggie soup. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I don't want to do the price recap on this. You know how we do the price recap so you guys can see how much we're spending. I don't even want to do it. So again, these onion now, it's going in at the end, very, very end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this up tiny because I want this to melt out. Right? And I'm going to show you. So normally, I would have had scallion, right? But the scallion is in the garden. Because it's in the garden, we don't have to walk to the garden to go get it. I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. Right? So then, all we do is cut these in slices. Very thin, right? You don't want this to cook down out in there. You just want it to... I think this only takes about 5 minutes to cook. So this and the okra take the same amount of time. Okay? So I always put these in there at the absolute end of any veggie soup that I'm making. Now, if I had fresh spinach, I would throw some fresh spinach in there too. But I don't have that. So, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're on the road. I want to get to 10,000. That is my goal. Right now, I'm only at 2,000 something. I've had a long journey to go. So, I need the subscriptions. All right, look here, guys. So now, we have okra. Okay? There's many ways to do okra. Some people just slice it, boom, throw it in there. Some people put it in their whole. I've seen people put okra in their soup, just whole. They don't care. And if you like okra like that, it doesn't matter. Put it in there like that if that's what you want. But some people don't like it like that, right? So I give it a decent size though. You see? I don't slice them thin. And the reason why I do it this way, when it's cooking out, I don't want it to completely mash apart in the soup. You know, not yet. Maybe tomorrow when you warm it up. And to be honest, guys, this soup should be eaten tomorrow, not today. I mean, the reality of it should go tomorrow. So now, let me just check it while we chat. We definitely should do this tomorrow. It's coming along so good. So good. So let me just get a little small taste again. Swirl. Hand. Oh boy. What is missing is some pepper. We need pepper in there, guys. See? Rule number 1 when you're cooking, you must always taste. Okay? Gotta taste. Taste. Okay, don't just cook and be like, oh, well, that's that. The recipe book said to put a teaspoon of salt in there, so I have a teaspoon of salt right now. Everything should be fine. Chef Balo said 2 teaspoons of salt. East side, what a guan? What's up? I went to Compton one time. I never went back because everybody told me, where you from? Asked me, where was I from? And I was like, what does that mean? I don't get what you're saying. You guys promote this place online like we're supposed to come visit. You know what I mean? And then when we visit, y'all asking us where we from. Who do I know out here? I know Snoop Doggy Dogg. You understand? Where I'm at in Miami, nobody cares, man. The only thing they care about is if you have money or not. That's the only discrimination you're gonna face out here. You know, a lot of people get mad and think has other problems, but it's not. It's a money problem. You have money, they give you respect. You don't, you get none. Just that simple. Right? All right, guys, so look here. So far, we got our soup going. Okay? It's coming along pretty good. We got curry chicken going over here. In the curry chicken, we have corn, yellow yam, potato, all kind of goodness. What we are missing is some scotchy, right? So we need some scotchy, guys. So because you guys told me to use the chocolate, I'm just going to keep the chocolate theme going. I didn't feel it was an accent thing, to be honest with you, because I wasn't speaking. Right? So I don't think it was an accent. But you know where we end up going to Hollywood Boulevard to go see the walk of what do you call it? The stars where they walk. I didn't know that's what it was, man. The way they make it look on TV like it's some really glamorous thing in this glamorous place. That's crazy. You know, you get out there, you think you're gonna see the stars, you know, that star that they put with their name on it out there in California, and you're in a neighborhood like, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. All right, guys, so we got these purple Scotch bonnets again. See them there? That's my whole point. I ain't no thug. That's what I'm saying. That's my point that I was making to you. That's why I don't understand it. I felt like I should have been welcomed. So, all right, we're putting a little in here. Now, remember, the dumplings that we made have in the pepper in them too. So, we gotta be careful. All right, this is coming along delicioso. Right? Remember, always season up. So we add a little bit more. There go. This is just a regular all-purpose seasoning that we make. And this is just a pumpkin seasoning that we make. All these seasonings, I like to make my own seasonings and spices. You understand? And then now, we stir it up, little darling. And where we there? We take some of this freshly grated coconut milk and just drop a little bit in there, guys. Not too crazy. You want that to cook out nice. Look at that. Okay. I don't think I did put Irish in there. So I'm gonna put this last piece of Irish in there. This is the last 15 minutes. The okra and all this stuff, this goes in. Yeah, Hollywood, they didn't care. In Hollywood, it was weird in Hollywood. You know, it's kind of like when you go to New York to Times Square. Not now, they've cleaned it up a lot. And you think you're gonna see this fantastic, great place, and you get there and you're like, what the hell? It's just like Miami. You come down here to Miami, it's the same. Yeah, this is a veggie soup. We call it fully loaded. So Jamaican style veggie soup. And we have curry chicken on the other side. All right, so I'm putting the last potatoes in there. Potatoes take about 15 minutes to cook. This is how you time yourself, guys, right? So you put them, everything we're doing is the last 15 minutes. We're gonna cut up a piece of this pumpkin and we're gonna put that in there, okay? Pumpkin takes about 10 minutes to cook. So the pumpkin, the okra, all of that good up stuff go in there one time. All right. And this, we leave the skin on, okay? Because the skin is good for you. That's where all of the nutrients is and stuff like that. Zine. So skin on. All right, so we put this here. Give this our little one last chop. And look, guys, it's coming along. Nice veggie soup. Jamaican style veggie soup. Cover that up, make that boil out. And then, did I put thyme in there? Beef stew. Listen, I take some beef stew right about now. You understand? I love beef stew. Love it. But tomorrow I'm making some lamb chops. Lamb chops it is. Piece of thyme. Because we're putting this at the very end, right, you don't want to use a lot of thyme. You see this little bit of thyme that I have? Because we don't want it to overpower the soup, the flavor. You got it? So don't use no whole heap of thyme at the end of your soup. While you're going along, it's fine, but the end, just a little tap. And make that boil up. In about 5 minutes, we're gonna add the rest of the pumpkin and the okra. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the pumpkin in now because I want the okra to go the last 5 minutes. So let me just put the pumpkin in there now. So we're adding pumpkin. Crowd of people. How they goody. How they goody. You know when you get this bowl of soup. But let me tell you why. So, no. I mean Rastafarian with a mohawk? No. Listen, one thing I tell you about Jamaicans and a lot of island people, you have a whole set. So you have some that don't eat pork at all, right? They can't put it in a diet, can't do it. And they're not Rasta, just regular. And then you have some that are strictly vegetarians, not Rasta, just the way they do it. But then you have some that love pork, want every piece of it that you can get. You understand? You have some that only eat fish. They only eat fish, they don't eat nothing else, just they're straight pescatarian. It's just like a big smorgasbord, a smorgasbord. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, okay? We're trying to get to 10K and we're far away. All right, so the soup will come along. I'll show you the last little step what we do. Okay, we could check on the curry chicken. Blood fire. The curry chicken smells so damn good. So good. So good. Curry chicken is for me, you know. Nobody else now get none of this. Zero. Body people in the house. So let me taste it now. Hold on. Yo! The pepper. Blood. The pepper hot. The pepper rascal. Oh. The pepper. The pepper hot. I love curry when it's spicy like this. So in this curry, we have potato, yam, dumpling. Man, that is super hot, boy. What them say? Super hot fire. A super hot fire. That is hot. So we need our secret recipe, okay? So guys, if you don't mind, just turn your head that way for 1 second. Let me go get my secret recipe here. So, you know what the secret recipe is? Crowd of paper. Butter. Butter. The secret to life. Yes, sir. See it there? So now this will bubble up. I'll give this about 3 to 4 or 5 more minutes and then finish it off with this and this. Remember guys, I've teach you this in every single video. When you're cooking with butter, you do this at the end, right? You do this at the end. Yeah, you know something, you never know what you're going to do until you are in a situation. I'm going to teach you that in life. Everybody can always go do this and do that until they're in the situation. You never know, right? And the reason why I say that, yeah, it's Popeyes. How you know? We're cooking fried chicken. That's what we're doing. Right? We'll make some fried chicken, yes, sir. And that's a nice segue into my book. I actually have a jerk fried chicken recipe. You should get it. It's only $19. So, all right, guys. The curry chicken are bubble up right now, blows on skirt. Let me get a piece of the secret ingredient in our curry. See it there? Hold your hand, sir. Chest out and slice down in it. See it there? And you get the perfect piece of secret ingredient. See it there? Right in the curry chicken. Remember, we have white rice already made from yesterday, left over too. So that's how we end up with curry chicken. Because I don't feel like no veggie soup. Okay? So all right, the veggie soup will come along just fine, guys. Same thing, we'll take a piece of the secret recipe. Just give it a little slice. You see me? Not much. You don't want overpower it. You don't want butter soup. You understand? Take it, drop it. Don't say nothing to nobody. Your mushroom, your okra, and the rest of the little onion them, go in at that pot. Right? Spoon. Stir. Mama plate cloth. Kuya man? No man. Hold on there. Hold on. 1 second, guys. Let me put this over here. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Let me make a buckle. Watch out. I can just wipe this down. Now this soup, the best of this soup, to be honest with you, would be tomorrow. One thing I can tell you with Jamaican food, if you're making soup, curry goat, oxtail, even the curry chicken, they're better the next day. So if you can eat something else today and then tomorrow now you warm up that, you're good to go. All right, let me show you real quick. I just want to give you a preview. I want to go on with that soup here. Take it up by the fire. See it there? So it's coming along. We have carrot, yam. Let me show you guys, you never see that little round something, a dumpling that, right? And this is a veggie soup. So get that back on the stove for a little bit longer. Make them okras and stuff cook out. So another thing I would have done at that point there too, right? I would have added some more pepper if it was just for me alone. Anybody with there in town can always come at my house. One thing with us, I always have dinner parties, supper clubs as I call it, right? So it's Chef Balo Supper Club. At the supper club, we do all kind of crazy stuff, all kind of good stuff. And people just come and eat. And we just eat and network and have fun and, you know, talk about life. And different little things. And I get everybody from all different walks of life. So, you know, doesn't matter where you come from, you're welcome to the supper club. The only thing is you got to act like a normal human being, okay? So if you're a lawyer or you're a mechanic, you got to just relax and know that everybody's here just to eat and enjoy food and conversation and come together. That's what it is, right? So remember, learn to cook. You're gonna need this skill, man. You're gonna need it later. Things are tough. It's getting tight out there, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. It has to get worse before it gets better. That's everything in life. Keep that in mind. Right? So the soup going. Let me see. The curry soon done. The curry soon done. The curry soon done. All right. Remember, guys, the curry is for me alone, you know. I'm not sharing that curry with nobody. So, all me have to do, I have to make like a little small salad or something. So I have these tomatoes that I get from my little farm. They're called dramas. See them here? They're super sweet and nice. So, because those people are gonna eat soup, right? Them don't need none of this. This is for me only. Them can go and eat their soup, and while they're doing that, I will mash up this. You understand? That's what's going to work. And let me just show you what we want. I got a shallot here. Okay. So look, guys. We have some basil. Yes, but why? Everybody have to learn to cook in the household, right? So everybody learns from a young age, and because I know it's a skill that you're going to need. Let me just rinse these off a little bit. Okay? It's a skill you're going to need. There's not going to be no way out tight. All right, let's clear off with a little countertop area crowd of paper. Okay? Clear off a little area so we have a little room for work. Zimmy. We need room for work. All right. Where's my little rag here? Don't forget, guys, to just like, share, and subscribe if you don't mind. I appreciate it. If you want to support me, I do have a cookbook in my bio. You could pick it up. It's called The Black Book and teaches you how to make food. Well, this knife is dull. Traditional Jamaican dishes. So if you want to learn how to make some good up food, it's right there in the cookbook. All right, so these tomatoes, we're just gonna cut them in little slices like this. Yeah, Chef Cher, I know you got yours, and Cher could tell you, like, she reaches out to me, and I help her with the recipes like I would do anybody. So if you have the book, you know, I'll help you through it, you know, send you a little video sometimes showing you exactly how I do it. You know, so I'll be doing this live, but it'll be like for you. So it's a lot of little personal stuff I do with people that support me like that. You know what I mean? All right, guys, so the shallots. Just want some little bit of shallots. We don't need much because this is not too many tomatoes. Right? And then the basil. Oops. I should have showed you how to regrow this thing. I messed up. But basically, what I would have done is left these two pieces here. This, see this one and that one. If you leave them in there and then you just cut the little bottom part here, stick that in water, it will grow, and you won't have to buy basil anymore. You could do that with any store-bought basil. It doesn't matter if it was sitting in the fridge, all that good stuff. It won't make a bit of difference. It's gonna grow. All right, curry chicken just about done. Turn that down. So now, guys, just rough chop of the basil. This is just one of my favorite ways to eat tomatoes. You know? Get this out of the way. And then a little bit of salt, not too much. This is coarse sea salt, so it's a little bit. I love shallots too, because one thing with shallots, they're light, okay? So they don't overpower your meal. You know what I mean? So somebody talk about them hungry with the veggie soup. Listen, man, you got nothing to do with this. Whoa! No, man. Give me a reason to want your love. G's on peace. Lord of his mercy. Have veggie soup in at the party. Lord have his mercy, turn it down because the soup just about done. Curry chicken done. And then all we need now with this is some balsamic glaze. This is important, guys. Brixton, wagwan. I mean, what's up, mate? I don't know. I don't know how the Brixton accent goes. All right, so we just get a balsamic glaze. All right. This part is not Jamaican, okay? So before you ask me, you know, Jamaican gonna have no balsamic glaze with no basil and tomatoes. Doesn't work. Yes, we do. They're trying to recover from the storm right now. They actually were on the side that the storm hit. All right. So look, guys. This is just basil, balsamic vinegar glaze. Cherry, come on now. I've been to Louisiana, okay? You guys, you got good cooking, but nah. Y'all overhyped over there. No, that's not true. Let me be honest. If you go into the tourist areas, it's no good. But we went out into the regular areas and it was incredible. And I couldn't believe that pretty much everybody could cook, regardless of your color, skin, whatever. It didn't matter. That was incredible to me. That is delicious. Only thing is missing, I could use avocado oil on it, but I think I'm gonna use a really, really good olive oil. I know, and I'm allergic to seafood. That's a problem. That was a big problem for me. Everything has seafood in there. Crawfish this, crawfish that. Raja, this crowd of people. All right, guys. So our soup looks like it's done. Let me turn that soup off and let it marinate. Right? What you say? No, you're blocking everything with, hey, listen, everything needs seasoning. You understand? Look here. Look there. Curry goat, rice and peas with yellow yam. That's always a good thing. Yes, I cook professionally. I have a food truck. I do have a full catering company. I cook for a lot of the rappers and the artists them when they come to Miami and all that good stuff. And I used to work in a restaurant. Todd, on the menu today we have curry chicken for me, but this is a country curry chicken, Chef Balo style. We have dumpling. The dumplings, we use pumpkin, carrot, scotch bonnet peppers, right? And coconut milk to make that. And we have yellow yam in there. We have corn and carrots. Absolutely delicious. And then I made veggie soup for the non-meat eating people, the people that want to stay slim and small and tiny, right? And the veggie soup is, we call it fully loaded because it have everything in there, the kitchen sink. Zine? The curry is super spicy, let me tell you, because I put the purple scotch bonnets in there, chocolate scotch bonnets. So for me, but it's perfect for me. But for you, it's super spicy. And then now, I could take a look on how this soup is coming. All right, how is spoon? This is a veggie soup, crowd of paper. So That's a veggie soup. What do you think? What do you think? Give me a reason to. Give me a reason to. Sure. Come on, man. Come on, man. Now, I know, and the white rice done already. So guys, but why? You are welcome to a bowl. Remember, my supper club, everybody's welcome. This is the thing, right? Todd, you're welcome too. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All of you welcome. Right? Come to Chef Balo Supper Club. We're there every day. Tomorrow on the menu for Supper Club will be what? What we're going to have tomorrow? We're going to have a specialty, a favorite of mine. What could that possibly be? What do you think? Huh? Lamb. We're doing lamb. Okay? That's what we're doing. A rack of lamb. My favorite. 12 hours, that ain't nothing, man. Come on. That's a 1, 2, 3. Nothing. 12-hour drive. You could do that in less than a day. It's not even a full day. Look and Share Organics. Fill up my bowl, please. Let me tell you something. Right now, I'm about to mash up this. Oh! See, this is my favorite right here. Guys, you gotta make this. Yo, man, fly in. Listen. If the weather was warmer, we would be poolside doing this. I would be out in the backyard doing a barbecue poolside. That's what I would be doing. But it is cold. It is ice cold here. That's why we're making soup on a Wednesday. Normally, soup is reserved for Saturday, right? So you know me, you come by me on a Saturday, almost 100% of the time you're gonna get soup, guaranteed. If you come by me on a Friday, you know it says some kind of fish on the menu. Something. Yeah, it's cold in Miami. We're at 60 degrees. Tonight's supposed to go to 50 something degrees. 5, not 10, when I'm box out. 50 degrees. You get it? That's crazy. Ackee and saltfish all day, every day. We do that for breakfast. So if you come by me on a Sunday morning, ackee and saltfish, fresh ackee, because we're in Miami, we get fresh ackee. Where's it? No. Don't tell me that's not that cold, okay? I don't want to hear nothing from you about that. 60 degrees, freezing. Freezing. Let me show you what I normally would have on right now. You think it's a joke? Let me show you. Just hold on 1 second. Okay? All of my windows, AC is off. We have on the heat right now. See this? See? You see it? You see that? That is what I would be wearing. Huh? You see this? Look. Look. This is what I would have on. Okay? All day. I have 10 of them. 10. Right? That is what I have to wear. Virtually sleep in it. That's how cold it is right now. Okay? I'm making soup. Think about it. Soup on a Wednesday. Because it's that cold. Got it? Anyway, guys, as usual, this has been a thing. I hope you subscribe to the channel, man. Bun and cheese for Easter. Yeah, but guess what? We're closer to Friendsgiving now, you know. The high was 40 in Georgia. Man, you must be crazy. I do catering in Georgia, right? So Atlanta and stuff like that. And it's too cold. I got a job offer to come down there when? Thanksgiving. And I'm like, it's cold enough here. I'm not going there. How am I be cooking like this? Remember, for us here, you know, normally we're on the beach in the water. I said that earlier in this live. We normally swimming right now. That's what we're doing. So once you can't do that, when you turn on the pipes and it's straight cold water, listen to me, man. Listen. Right? So recap, guys, on the menu that we just did today, on the live that you guys learned. Veggie soup, fully loaded, we call this one. Okay, we have yam, cassava, chocho, okra, thyme, pumpkin. We make some serious kind of dumplings, coconut style with scotch bonnet, carrot, and pumpkin. And we use coconut milk to make that dumpling. So that's going to be super soft and tender. And on top of that, we also made curry chicken. Right? Guinea sponge bad too. We made curry chicken. Think about that. 2 for 1. One video. You're going to get 2 things in a one video. Zane, you want the curry chicken recipe in the book. You want the soup recipe, not the veggie soup, because that black book is not a vegetarian book. I have vegetarian book with just only vegetarian recipes. I have a seafood book, only seafood recipes. You want some wicked soup recipe, get the book, in the book. How much is the book? Them say $19. That's it. Come on, man. Least you can do. You can't go learn school and learn cooking for 19 bucks. Nope. If you saw me in person, you think you could pay me $19 to teach you? Nope. It costs a lot more money. Book is the fastest way, smartest way if you're smart. You get way more recipe. You understand? Yeah, but the food, as far as, spice with food, you got to think about this, but why? All you have to do is do less. That's it. Just like this. If you don't like salt, you do less. It's simple. That's it. You don't like pimento, don't put it in there. I just show you how to make this tomato salad. Me love it. You might not like balsamic, don't do it. Right? Where's the tasty soup for us? It might need salt. Jenna, yes, I make carrot cake. I don't like to bake, so everybody know that with me. And the reason why my sister outbakes me, and it just makes me aggravated that I can't outcook her in that, so I don't bake. I don't like baking. And baking, you have to follow exact recipe things for the most part. I don't like that. I like to freestyle, and that's what we do. Now, this is a fierce demand, so we need to taste the soup. We might need salt. What a disgusting rat. Queer. All right, let's taste the soup. Because you know what? You might be right, Make it just out of principle. And this time, it's not going back in there, so I can go directly for a spoon. The only thing this needs to me is more pepper. Right? But because I know everybody's not going to want that kind of pepper on there, I can't do it. I'll just add the pepper to it. But the only thing that needs more pepper to me. That's it. Come on. Let me tell you, this is a wicked soup me just giving you, You know how much people pay me to make this soup? You know how much this soup I sell? And I'm just giving it to you on live? Just take it here. It's yours. Come on, bro. Yeah, I don't even understand. I know you think it's a joke, but, sometimes you know when you get a good recipe, you take it, mark it down and say thank you. So last thing before I go, we got to do what we always do at the supper club here. So go over the cost of what did that cost you to make at your place, right? No, never work on a cruise ship. All of us look alike, them say. Right? We all look alike. So anyway, to make that soup, the piece of yam that I bought was $10 alone. $10 for yam. One piece. That make one meal. So the piece of yam was $10. The pumpkin when we buy was $5, pretty much $6. $6 for pumpkin. Okay, so just the yam and the pumpkin, we're at $16. So if you know our budget, we're way over budget. Yeah, one piece, I'm telling you, this is what's going on. We're way over budget already. The chocho, all the other vegetables, the potato, everything, let's just call that $20. Right? Seasoning. So if we make this pot of soup, and then don't forget we use bottled water, but we're not going to count them, because you can't use regular water, so I won't count that. But to make that pot of soup, I'm going to tell you, say that probably run me, call it $30. $30 for a veggie soup. That's outrageous. That's how wicked out here. Pretty much 30, you know, 20, about 26, 27, whatever. I'm just rounding it off to 30. Right? But if the family's smart, them don't eat this soup today. Them leave it till tomorrow. What share all the spice marinade? Yeah, next day. If you eat the soup tomorrow. Let's go to the curry chicken. How much did the curry chicken cook? Curry chicken, I bought 2 chicken breasts because that's what I eat. And the markup at the restaurant, yeah, because you think about, let me just say real quick. The restaurant, you got to think about the time. Like me now, if you hire me, it's my time and then my seasoning and my spices and all the stuff to cook it. Of course, your markup's going to be crazy, but you're not making the money that you used to make. So what I explained in other videos, what really has happened in a lot of restaurants, this is why I tell you guys learn to cook, is you either get in less for your money or they have to raise the price, right? Well, you say, Cathy, you and your grandson just had a hot curry. His first time, he's half Nigerian. First time. Well, we grew up with curry. So the curry, chicken, let's call it $5 for the chicken. And what else we got to do? $5 for the chicken. We put yam in there. We put the potato, but we took it from the veggie soup. You know, we took all those ingredients. So let's just call the curry chicken $6 to make. You know what I mean? Because we combined both of the ingredients to make that. So we didn't add anything, right? So all in all, the 2 meals, I'm going to say $36. You know, even $35 you can call it. $35 for the both meals. I'm still have to go cook tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm making lamb chops, rack of lamb. And definitely nobody now get none. When I make that, I'm making sure everybody is gone, left the house. I'm going to pretend like I'm not going to eat nothing. And then I'm going to get on live and I'm going to make these lamb chops. That's what I'm going to do. But why? Boom! Thank you for the Sunday. You understand what I say? That's what I'm going to do. Appreciate it. Right? So guys, thank you for joining. I hope you are subscribing to the channel. Listen, we're trying to hit 10K. Right now, I'm only at like 2,600. I don't know. But I'm trying to hit 10K on YouTube. 10K. You understand? And I'm always going to give you dope recipes. And I don't gatekeep nothing. Right? I only ask you, send me a little gift every now and then, a little super chat, or you support me. More importantly, boom, sub, pop, 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 pop. Thank you. Appreciate the sub. Right? And I want you to support me with the book. Because when you support me with the book, you also get something. You're not just giving. You know, you also get in the same process. And then here, I'm on live with you, showing you how we cook it, you know, with the ingredients you have at your house, your disposal. Remember that, keep that in mind. When we cook, we're cooking with the ingredients you have at home. We're not just cooking with what we're going to go to the store and buy. Oh, we need this, we need that. Nope, we don't have it. We don't have time to go. We got to do it now. And we do it now. So anyway, one love. I'm out. And again, thank you for joining me. I hope you subscribe, like the video, and, you know, see you tomorrow. Lamb chops it is. Boom, bam, bing, bang, bang.